Life is made at home, but it's only repaired in health facilities when it breaks down.
Yeah.
Eat well, be clean. That was actually a quote by a famous professor in Uganda called Francis Omaswa, who happens to be a vice chancellor of Bositema University. It's a nice quote.
Yeah, I agree. It's a very nice quote because, you know, the life choices we make actually determine the life we live tomorrow.
That's true.
You know, there is a certain trend that has been going. Like, people have normalized this thing, pornography. You're there chilling, you're doing your work, you know, then a friend texts you, so what holiday? You go on Twitter.
Actually, these memes whereby a mother is clapping their hands like this.
You go on Twitter and you're scrolling and it's all pornography. And people think it's actually normal.
Okay.
Because I was an addict of pornography.
Sure.
At a certain point in my life, I was an addict of pornography.
Okay.
But I had to look for, you know, lifestyle changes to replace that pornography.
No, you've talked about lifestyle changes. Maybe I've actually had very, very well. What are the lifestyle changes that maybe you actually shifted from what you're doing normally, and now you actually integrated?
Yeah, I started doing physical exercises. That's one thing.
Like how often?
I do it like 3-4 times a week. I can say I'm now an addict of physical exercises, which is healthy.
That is
it
good,
is healthier than porn.
Okay.
And it has changed my life. You know?
So you do the physical exercises. You eat well.
I eat well. I hydrate. You know, my skin, you can see. You know. It's all good.
How many gallons of water do you take like a day?
I take literally enough water.
You sleep very well.
Yeah, I take a lot of water. I used to, you know, when I used to watch pornography, I would literally watch it so much in that in the morning I would be sleepy because I couldn't sleep like the whole night because I was an addict. So now I chopped off the porn by working out.
But okay,
and ensuring I get enough sleep.
But now there is actually, you know when you go on social media, like maybe for an app called like X, there is the people actually be following, then there is For You page. So there is always, you're curious, whereby now like this guy who is an Equatorial Guinea guy who was caught with over how many women and what?
Balteza.
So you're like on Twitter and you be like, what has this guy done? Do you try to scroll? Because we actually in this reproductive, you know, sexual reproductive age. How can I go away like from these, you know, because on Twitter mostly, like not even Twitter but on social media, you'll be actually curious to see every day they'll be releasing these guys' nudes have actually come out, to be like, whoa, these ones, and you be like, you tapping into the rate at which most of, I have a friend, like before even they say it is out for him, he has the video already in his inbox and be like, what?
Yes.
Like, where did you get it from? Like, you know. So what else? Which other thing that you actually minus the porn thing? What do you think youth actually they have gone astray? But they actually call it like lifestyle. It's normal to do it. If you don't do it, maybe you're not considered to be.
Thank you so much. When you talk about that, now for example, in like clubs, you know, people are drinking, they're smoking, even outside the clubs. And there are like certain peer groups who think like that's a cool lifestyle. They call it cool. So if you happen not to be doing it, they see you as like, this guy, you know, he's like a fake, you know.
And by the way, most people don't know that most like, you know, the symptoms and, you know, related with alcohol. You know, alcohol is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
When you take it in a lot of amounts, and smoking.
It's very
because
dangerous.
there was a time I was actually in the club, seated there, chilling, taking my soda, you know. I'll be like, I don't take. I just grab my Coke, started taking. Though Coke is also not good, you know.
Yeah.
So there is a guy, some group of guys there seated. You see a guy mixing Captain Morgan, putting Hennessy, you know, Uganda Waraji, putting guarana, like mixing almost every. Is like a cocktail of
they
things.
They are punching alcohol.
They are punching alcohol like alcohol. Then from there, you see a guy grabbing a shisha pot and is fuming with, you know, like a Subaru, you know, these Subarus that have come. Like, pa, 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 pa. Like you see smoke coming, a chimney, be like, wow. Have we reached at this? Like, there is this saying which says, who have failed these guys? And me sometimes, at some point, ask myself, who failed us?
No, like, these things, they're just like how we called it earlier, a trend. They don't know how harmful these things are. Most of them don't know how harmful, but because they think it's a lifestyle and they term it as cool, they want to do it because they think it's normal, not knowing it's. But it's very easy to avoid all those things. You just have to replace those choices you're making with better health choices. If you're a person who is used to drinking waraji all the time, replace it with water. That's not something hard to do. Replace it with water gradually. You'll see how your life is improving.
Anyway, before I cut you short, there is this trend that has actually come. It was also there's a documentary they made about Uganda. People with a big belly, like, you know, if you have a big belly, you can acquire a loan from the bank.
Shout out to my people with big bellies.
And earlier I said, these days we no longer who is pregnant or not. Women having big bellies, even men it's worse.
Yeah.
What do you talk about that?
Now, me personally, I've never been a fan of big bellies.
Okay.
You know, not at all. I really, you know, that's why I work out so much, because I want to avoid it. And I don't think having a big belly is something cool, really. It's not cool. It's not healthy, you know.
Anyway, among the the lifestyle changes someone can do, and you know, there is a saying which says, you know, consistency beats everything, because it's not like a 1 week doing something
it's
and
gradual.
Then after you chill it, you know.
It's a gradual
So what
process.
are the most like the lifestyle changes someone can like have, so that he can substitute it with the, you know, the previous one, so that he can have a good health, you know, stuff? Because most of the diseases, 70% of the diseases most people suffer in Uganda are lifestyle related diseases. Because now look at, when you have overweight, you are at risk of getting diabetes mellitus type 2. You have hypertension, you know. Now if they get into complications, you get stroke, heart failure, and what, and of which, if you resort to maybe you're like, every day I'm going to give myself 1 hour in doing exercises.
Yeah.
It would help me.
Yeah.
Eating well, like we go on foods. These days, man, if they don't if someone doesn't take you to KFC, or if you don't take someone to KFC,
someone wants to eat pizza 5 days a week.
Fries, like, you're wondering, when are they even taking greens?
And what I can say, I'm not telling them to stop all that at once, because it's a gradual process.
True.
So, for example, if you've been eating pizza 5 days a week, chop off 2 days, replace it with eating much of, you know, vegetables and fruits. It's a gradual process, and the moment you begin seeing the results, you begin appreciating what you're doing.
True.
It's like how you see bodybuilders. It takes them a very long time to get the results they want.
But
the first day will be difficult, but the more they do it and they begin seeing,
it's like actually going to the gym.
Yeah.
Because if you're very observant enough, in the first week, you work out, you don't even feel like moving. But the more you go to the gym, the more you've become addicted.
Yeah,
you be like,
it becomes
the
enjoyable.
mood that you get after even doing something, you feel like, okay.
Yeah.
And you become addicted the more.
Yeah, very true.
Okay.
Very true.
So maybe take home. The take home is people should drink enough
water.
Not beer, not soda,
Enough water.
but water, juice.
Yeah.
Not even blended juice, but this juice that is okay with what to regulate the sugars. Sleep enough.
Yeah.
People these days no longer sleep.
Yeah, creating a good sleep routine.
They're always in bars in the morning, evening. They're in, you know, sleeping, rehydrating, eating balanced diet. Some people only eat like carbs. That's why they are overweight.
Yeah.
What? they don't burn their own fats. Pork. People eat pork. People eat pork and they even fail to burn it. Like they go to the gym and burn it. And that's why you're having people. Actually, if you see very many people with their big bellies, like they are good at taking beer.
The issue is they eat the pork, but they do not want to work out. True. Pork is nice, but they do not want to work out. You can't eat such a such a meal like pork, and you want to eat it consistently, and you expect to
and some people
stay in good shape.
And some people work long hours. They've just been in office seated.
So if you're eating such foods, then work out, stay in good shape to burn, all that fat that you're getting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, that's what maybe we can tell you. Just make sure you rehydrate. You eat balanced diet.
You prioritize
sleep. And
you work out.
Normalize. Now start going to church or the mosque. Who are you not to pray? Like you should start even praying.
That's very, very important.
Which is so very important for you too, for your health actually, even for your family. Then there is this quote someone said. Tomorrow is a Sunday. That the patients who are going to be giving testimonies, I thank God who has healed me. They'll be testifying against themselves who treated them in the clinic. Say, I thank God I'm here. Okay, but make sure, please, do what. Pick one leaf or pick the whole tree, and wish you the best. Thank you so much.